name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
So today is June 16, 2025. It is 4:17 a.m. So I came across some tweet to add to the video that I did regarding the kind of parades and marching that other countries have, and people in the US are making fun of what Trump had because he was so dying for it. Okay, so there's this here. Okay, Donald thought he was going to get this. All right, so let's watch. It's 27 seconds, but I'm gonna have to put screenshot in between. Let me go through it like this first, just in case YouTube black some part. So that's North Korea, the kind of marching that Trump wanted. All right, so let it play, and I'll try to put screenshot in between.
지원 정치 운동을 강군 건설에
강과 국가 강력한 정규 군대를 가지게 됐음을 온 세상에 선포한 뜻이.
Okay, so this is what he wanted. All right, let me see some of the comments here. Let's pause. Trump's attempt to mimic authoritarian display with a military parade backfired spectacularly, revealing his disconnect from American values and the public's rejection of his autocratic aspiration. Okay, instead, he made our army look third world. It's embarrassing. I think they did it on purpose. Because they don't want to, I don't know, because he's the commander-in-chief, so they don't want to do something and, you know, whatever. But let's watch. You're gonna hear the squeaking of the tanks. I think this is like, I don't know, World War One type of tanks. Let's listen. Pay attention to the squeaky of the tanks. They did that on purpose. The squeaky of the tanks. Okay, there's that. People are laughing here. And one of the videos that I recorded earlier, I guess a Marine, someone who was in the military, was saying how when there's a meaning behind their marching, how tight their body are, but there was none of that. So we're gonna see here, 20 seconds.
With the likes of Daniel Boone and Abraham Lincoln in their ranks. After the 9/11 terrorist attacks, Rangers North Carolina represents a lethal, agile, and flexible. With the likes of Daniel Boone.
So there's that, and I think that's the same thing. 31 seconds.
Gained the nickname Bayonet Division during their deployment to Korea.
Okay, they didn't even try hard. It's like,
the liberation of Seoul. They were credited
let me put it. It's almost like when I'm walking on the street.
Bayonet into the heart of the enemy. With 13 members of the division receiving the Medal of Honor. The 7th and
Alright, so there's a music in the back, so I might get a flag for it. But instead, he got this. Let's see here. There's a music. I muted. Empty. Alright, let me go through it really quickly. Empty. The mall. Empty. Alright. So there's this here. If need help, watch Indian Army. You can learn a few things. I mean, the US, no, we're not that type of a country to do this kind of things. But if there was our value of a president was there, they will work toward it. You see the tank that I was just showing you? Is this the things that we have when we go to war? Okay, the thing was squeaking. That was like from maybe World War One kind of thing. All right, every other country knows that. That was a way to embarrass them, to embarrass Trump. Let me mute it anyway. That was a way to embarrass Trump. You see, all the other militaries. Okay, we're not about this. What Trump was trying to do. Alright, so let me go through it really quickly. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so let me go to the next tweet. It's just 3 tweets I want to record that making reference to her. They embarrassed Trump. He didn't get what he wanted. There's another one here. Okay, this one I think is very interesting. What if the soldiers were silently protesting? A minute, let's listen.
What if the soldiers in Trump's military parade were silently protesting? Many people noticed the soldiers didn't march in unison. They weren't in step, the lines were crooked, some looked like they didn't want to be there at all. Compare that to what we see in China or North Korea. Those parades are tight, robotic, every soldier in perfect lockstep, because in authoritarian regimes, military parades are a test of loyalty, a show of total control. But here in the US, well, the cracks showed. But what if that was the point? One former soldier put it like this. Quote, "It takes about a week of drill and basic to learn how to march. Once you do, it's ingrained in you for life. You self-correct if you fall out of step. You've got a point person calling cadence. So when the whole formation is off, this clusterfuck of a parade leaves me with only one conclusion. This was a silent protest, a foxtrot delta tango. This wasn't about honoring the troops. Let's be honest. This was about honoring Trump on his birthday, on the Army's anniversary, co-opted by a wannabe dictator. And maybe, just maybe, these soldiers didn't want to play along. Because in America, you can't fake loyalty. And these soldiers showed you sure as hell can't force it."
Okay, so I think that pretty much respond to some of the things that were being said. All right, let's pause this. Most of those soldiers don't march often. Were the ceremonial unit out of step? All right, let's see this one. Look at that one. Okay, so someone's talking about that. A veteran's perspective of the parade. All right, so it's better to listen to someone who were there, who joined. My husband was in the Navy. I didn't talk to him about that.
For those of you that's saying that the military is loyal to Donald J. Trump, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you they are not. The reason why I say this is because out of the 14 years that I served in the Army, and as an NCO myself, when the troop morale is up, you will see it in their performance. When troop morale is down, you will see it in their performance. I'm saying this because I know for a fact that the troop morale was low. I know for a fact that those service members did not put their 100% into their performance in the parade. The marching that I witnessed was appalling. And as an NCO, I would have reamed all of them. Why? Because they were out of step. And that is one thing that is drilled into you when you go through boot camp, when you go through basic training, is drill and ceremony. They drill the shit out of you until, like, if you have 2 left feet, you will not have 2 left feet by the time you're done with training. A lot of people are saying that these are paid actors. I personally don't believe that this particular group right here are paid. Why? Because if you look at their hand position, that is only acquired through training. And if he would have used civilians, they wouldn't know how to place their hands like that. When you serve under the UCMJ, when you are actively serving under the UCMJ, we are not allowed to participate in anything political. We are not allowed to participate in any type of protesting. But we have what's called silent protesting. When we don't like something, or if our morale is down, we rebel. And we call it a silent rebellion. We call it a silent protest. And this right here is a silent protest. They did not perform the way that they were supposed to perform. This is what everyone was expecting. This is what Donald J. Trump wanted to see. But what do we get instead? This is what we got instead. Look at that. Low morale. They did not want to be there.
And let's not forget, Trump is removing some things. I haven't looked too deep into it, but I'm aware of it, that he's removing things from the vets, and he's literally draining them, taking stuff away from them, and he expects them to perform. All right. So this person is explaining it much better than I could because I never served.
To be there. They did not give their 100%. Why? Because of this administration. Regime. So, ladies and gentlemen, the military had one job to do. One job to do. And they did it. They did not come through for Donald J. Trump. They did not give him what he wanted. And that was a perfect, picturesque parade. Very militaristic. They purposefully sabotaged his parade.
All right. So you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. Someone who has served. Yeah, I appreciate this inside knowledge and take. Still, I am ashamed of any military member who even under protest march in that parade. They have no choice. They had to. All right. Good for them for phoning it in, but they should have found any way to avoid it. I mean, like I said, he is the commander-in-chief. They have to. I don't know the term used if they don't do it, because they are getting paid. Okay, if they can't participate in political movement, discount. Okay, they can avoid it without UCMJ punishment. Okay, so there's someone who responded. Why? Well, we have record members of people signing up for the military and law enforcement. So yeah, okay, prove it. New numbers show Army recruitment is up, but it's not due to Trump. Changes made during the Biden administration, such as increased waiver and DEP enrollment, are driving the increase. All right, so there's more of this. I just want to focus on the marching. Okay, this is my last one, and then I'm done. Okay, let's pause that. Trump has never been so humiliated. Did he realize that? I don't know. Trump dozing off, empty seats, tiny crowd, massive protest. All right. The military parade Trump thought he was getting. All right. 39 seconds and screenshot in between. Let me mute it. Let me mute it just in case. That's what he thought he was gonna get. Let me move it really quickly. Okay, so this is what he got. Is the sound? What is that? Is that a joint he's holding? Or recording it? I don't know. Sounds like the SpongeBob music. Come on. Let me mute it just in case for copyright. And even the I don't know, the tank, the machines, these are old things. All right, so there's that, or there's more. Journalists claim Trump wants to remove this photo from the internet. You know what to do. Pretty much retweet it because it's empty. So that's I guess that's him coming. All right, some made an effort and sang him a birthday song, giving that his buddy wasn't there. Okay, so there's that. And he didn't even want to serve, but he wants... Anyway, the ultimate humiliation, even the Russian are trolling Trump. What are they saying? Oh. I don't know what it says here, but... He's been saying it since his first term. He wanted that, so they gave it to him. Well, not they gave him, he forced it. I don't know what this says. What an idiot. Alright, it's done. Let's pause. Oh, this is a thread. Trump's birthday military parade was a gross failure. Rolling Stone. Brutal. Let's see here. 15 seconds. Okay, I muted. It's a shame. What's his name? Marco Rubio. Cuban American. Alright, it's repeating. There's that. Okay, the most boring, fastest dictator parade we've ever seen. Let's go through it really quickly. The sound is on. Let me see something. Current tanks of the US Army, I guess. Let me see. Let me look at some images. Okay, so this is what they have here. But what we were hearing was like from World War One or something, squeaky. Alright, so these are the tanks that they have now. Let's see, 2025. Alright, so they have things like this. This is not we saw on the parade. Let's see here. Let's go back to that. Where was it? Here. Alright, so there's this. There was one we hear, the squeaky. Oh my god, so freaking boring. Alright, let's go to the next one here. Let's pause. He was actually asked to leave. Oh, did he? Let's see here. 33 seconds. You know how I feel about Melania? It's almost like what's the other woman with Charles? It's like to keep him in check, make sure he's doing what, you know, whoever's pulling the string, to make sure that he does what they tell him to do. And if I fall out of line, she let the puppeteer know. Okay, the contrast could not have been more striking. Okay, Americans for democracy, Americans for dictatorship. That is true. Okay, so there's that here. I mean, all of this could have been avoided. All of this could have been avoided if, okay, on November 5th, people vote the sensible way. But too much hate. The blinders were on. Alright, over 5 million turned out across US. Organizers said the protests were peaceful. Alright, so there's that here. Okay, I went over it in one of my videos. Alright, so there's more here. Okay, across the US, I went over it in details, which is the video that I'll be editing in a few. Okay, taco is still a theme. Okay, I'd like that taco to go, please. F Trump. Okay, all of this could have been done in November 5th. Okay, if you treat us like Russia, we fight like Ukraine. Okay, there's that here. Kim Jong-un, pro-Trump military parade. Alright, so there's the squeaky one you're gonna hear. You could feel like it needs to be greased up. Alright, so that's it. What is all this? Okay, so that's all. Okay, I'm seeing more and more. Okay, what is that now? Alright, say anything you want about Trump, but I'll be damned. Okay, if you let you get away with a clip disparaging the US military I support, here's a video of military staging for their march to the Capitol. Reality versus your false Russian style propaganda. Okay, United States 250th anniversary. Let's see here. Well, at least the one that I saw, we saw the video. So I guess once they reach his, let me mute that. Once they reach him, in front of him, they let their tightness of their body goes. Okay, could be that, I don't know. I saw the video. Alright, okay, y'all lost every swing state with these tactics. Okay, and you try to keep pushing them. But when was that? When was that though? Many of these things could be different times. Okay, so there's that. Tacos, okay, this I don't know. Alright, so let's leave that alone. I can't stop. I know, I saw that too. But anyway, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Alright, so while I'm editing the video, I came across this. And I'm not sure when this was recorded, since the video that I'm editing is talking about the US kind of formation when they're doing that thing. So I thought I add this to it. So I'm not sure when it was recorded, and I don't know, it seems like it was somewhere in New York, Times Square. It could be, I don't know. So I just want to share these with you. There's a couple more below it. People add different clips of the US military doing their thing. Okay, wow, see the difference? Thank you for your service. Okay, this one is 1 minute and 39 seconds, but unfortunately I have to put screenshot. I would love to share the video without interruption, but I don't want YouTube to give me a copyright kind of thing, so I have to put some screenshot in between. Okay, so let's get started. Maybe I'll try to put it in a short video for you guys. I don't know. Alright, so there's another one here. Another striking contrast, Biden's inauguration. Alright, so let's see here. What is that? 42 seconds. You see the difference. Alright, so that's all. I just wanted to add this to the video, so that's it. Let's get back to the original recording so we could close off. This will be a different video. I don't think I'm gonna add it with the other one that I did yesterday, which I'm editing right now. But anyway, thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.